Let me take a swig. Refreshing. Yo, what's Papa Cracker Smack-a-Lack-a Jack? And it's your boy Shay Custo, aka Shay KK, the man, the myth, the legend, aka Bigfoot Y3. That stands for young celery stick, aka the chef without a hat. Chris Moss, the hash slinging, the brass bringing, the glass cleaning, the cheek clapping master. What's good, people? Today we actually here with a post-com. Alright, I don't win a lot, I'm gonna be honest. Alright, when I play this fucking game right here, I don't win a lot, but this time I did win. But because I don't win a lot, I don't record this game a lot. I don't want to do 100 live commentaries, and then when I get into this shit, you know, it's just L after L after L after L. So what I do is, when I'm playing this game casually, I'm usually recording it in the back or whatever. You know, OBS, it's just one button to turn it on, man. You know what I mean? And also sometimes, you know, I'm playing very early or I'm playing very late, and nigga don't feel like talking all the time. Commentating, I learned to actually take a bit more energy than I thought it did. So you know what? After doing YouTube for, how long it's been, like 2-3 months, something like that, I got a lot more respect for this commentating shit. But anyways, man, this run right here is cracked, alright? And really, I think what made it so cracked was this my starting five right here, man. Alright, I picked up some fucking demons, okay? I'm getting really far along as far as my egg hatching, as far as my egg progress is concerned. Where's my phone at? Yeah, man, like there's some incredible Pokemon in this game, but I didn't think that these Pokemon that I would start with. Let's talk about main man Bulbasaur, alright? Bulbasaur is the best Pokemon in this fucking game. I didn't know it was as good as it is, bro. Y'all gonna see, man. This thing carried this run. Yeah, man. I've really been back into PokeRouge full swing, man. I haven't been uploading so much though. I don't know, man. I just got bored of Pal World. You know, I think like I kind of just hit my, what would it be called? I guess, I don't know. You know when you hit a block in your favorite game, man, you just running around in the overworld, and then you just snap back to reality, and you just like, yeah. That's kind of what I got for Pal World. But you know, I also have a terrible habit of really overplaying shit. I'm not gonna lie. And really, that's always been a habit that I've had in my life, you know. Like, whenever I find interest in something, I find like super duper interest. Like, I get obsessive about it. I really do. Like, whenever I'm interested in something, that's like damn near the only thing I want to do. And I do it all day, every day. And I very often do it until I burn out. And with Pal World, look, I took a long ass break from Pal World. All right, I took a few months off after my duo world with the homie EJ. And before that duo world with EJ, I had took months off because well, the months prior to that is when I was learning how to play the game. And I was with the homie Ghost, and I was with my son and a few of the other homies that we got in Discord. And you know, they was teaching me how to play the game, man. And I loved Pal World so much that I started you know, just playing it excessively, just like I very often do with games. Because I've said it on the channel a million times before, my favorite game that ever exists is Ark Survival Evolved. And I obviously love Pokemon. I mean, I got the fucking Pokemon gameplay right here for you, right? And Pokemon, I mean, and you know, Power World is the combination of both of those games. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like Arc and so many ways, man. Look, we talking about Nintendo suing Power World, man. Let me tell y'all something. Power World is so much like Arc. It's so much like Arc. It has more in common with Arc than Pokemon, but yeah. So I had just got really excessive with the game, man. I was playing that shit all day, every day, and I mean, like, I'm talking like all night, man. Hold on, I got a text. I'm being pretty lax on the commentary right now because we in for a long ride, man. This run is 2 hours long, which is, I mean, pretty much the average for this game, I would say. Like, yeah, if you were to do a classic run just start to finish, yeah, about an hour and a half, 2 hours is normal. Yeah, 200 floors, yeah. And here, I don't know if I'm playing on ×5 or ×4, but one of those two. But anyway, yeah, like when I was on how to play Power World, it was bad, man. I'm talking like when I say overnight shift, my guy, like I was literally, I would play until like 6 in the morning, and then I would go to sleep when the sun was coming up. So, you know, eventually I just hit that point where I really just burned myself out of the game, and I didn't play it for months. Then yeah, I hopped in with EJ. Oh, he was on that bitch bad. Actually, I think I talked about it episode 1 of Power World, man. Look, a little Custo trivia, you know what I mean? Little channel trivia. Oh man. But yeah, I think I talked about in episode 1 of Power World, man, how me and EJ, when we hopped on that bitch, we was in there bad. Let me tell y'all something, man. We was in there bad. This before dedicated servers came out, and I'm gonna be honest, dedicated servers kind of shit right now. But so we'll just do like a local world where it was you know, I was hosting it. And what's it called? Yeah, it was just bad. Like, I'd be at work and I'd call my EJ would, you know, like text me or whatever and say he trying to play. So I would call my brother to turn my PlayStation on and send EJ the code to the world so that he could play while I was at work. And then I'll come back from work and I'm like, damn, he's still playing. And then I'll start playing, man. And we did that for like a month. Just every day, all day, fucking Power World, man. I told y'all, man, that's part of the reason I started playing YouTube. Because if I'm gonna play game, if I'm gonna be this obsessive with it, if I'm just gonna play games, you know, as much as I do, even though I kind of been petering off a little bit for the simple fact that there's nothing to play. Not for me, at least. But you know, if I'm gonna be playing this many games, I might as well you know, put it on YouTube. Why not? Shit. And while I may not play the most popular games, I do play my favorite games. So I think that's gonna naturally attract a lot of the people to this channel that got the same interest that I do. And also, you know, giving that S-tier commentary, you know what I mean? But you know, something that I've learned is that commentary is definitely a muscle that needs to be built. You have to be very accustomed to talking to yourself, which is something I already do. And you have to be very comfortable with saying your thoughts out loud. Or like, I'll say that's probably like the cheat code, you know what I mean? The easiest way to commentate is whatever you think and just say it out loud. But let me get back to this gameplay a little bit, man. I haven't spoken about this gameplay at all. But I mean, I think it's kind of, you know, self-explanatory. You know, as far as the early game, I mean, my team is just too fucking stacked. Like, if I lose this early game, I should probably just like never play again. But yo, This fucking Monferno is cracked. Alright. Now, Togepi is a friendship evolution, so I tried to get it. I didn't even know that fucking move slept. That's new to me. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know it did that. But Togepi is a friendship evolution, so I'm trying to get it a lot of friendship early. The way you build friendship in this game is just to have the Pokemon out the ball. So you can pretty much just switch train friendship. I mean, the more battles that it technically participated in, the more friendship that grows. I think it's like 2 or 3 friendship a battle, and there's a few ways to affect that. So yeah, in and out. Charming this full nigga down. Damn, and I got a 1-turn. I slept him in 1 relic song again, man. But yeah, let me tell y'all something about this Monferno, man. This nigga's a demon. This nigga has fucking beast boost. Look, man. It's not really something that I thought about a lot. Because obviously the only Pokemon that have beast boost is the Ultra Beast. And Ultra Beasts have like extremely min-max stats, you know what I mean? Like usually an Ultra Beast picks their lane and they just do that one thing. And then when they get the Beast boost, it helps them do that one thing even better, you know what I mean? But there's quite a few Pokemon in this game with Beast boost. You got Walking Wake, you got Raikou. You may or may not have a spot through. That could be a lie. And you also have Infernape. And what you find on these Pokemon with a lot more balanced stats than Ultra Beats do is that you can snowball out of fucking control, and you don't really have to worry too much about, say, being like being one shot or something like that. Like you're not sacrificing anything in order for your beast boost to do what it do. It's just like a flat buff. So that's really good. And then Ivysaur, man. Look, I talk a lot about I fucking hate Gen 1 poison types, bro. That are just poison type for the fucking fashion. It's the most abundant type in Gen 1. And it's like 90% of the poison types in Gen 1 don't even fucking learn poison moves. So, and Ivysaur doesn't learn any poison moves by level up, which is weird, man, because I'm not a fucking nerd or anything like that, but I could have sworn that it used to learn like Sludge or Sludge Bomb by level up or something like that. But here we got the egg move, Malignant Chain, and you can just see the difference in usefulness of Ivysaur, that it can actually hit shit with poison type attacks, because like flying types you care a lot less about, and anything that resists grass, which is everything. So oh yeah, and this fucking move, Sappy Seed, is some of the most broken, disgusting shit I've ever seen in my fucking life. Can we talk about Sappy Seed? Let's talk about Sappy Seed. Listen, it's like what, base 90? And it applies Leech Seed? That shit is disgusting. I think it's on them Let's Go Eevee moves, bro. Them shits are gross. Some of the most broken moves to ever exist of all time, ever, no exceptions. Alright, so here I'm actually glad that I got the lake part out of the way early, because depending on where you are in the game, the lake and the ocean can actually be the hardest areas, and it's really not that close. It could be the hardest areas to navigate because of the rain. So the rain makes it so none of your Pokemon resist water, and a lot of water types have Swift Swim, so you're getting outsped by all of these wild Pokemon that's like level 40, 50, so they probably click and Hydro Pump, and it's just not a good time. It's not a good time at all. I did record this a long time ago, so I'm really trying to think of. I'm trying to recount what my thought processes were as I was playing. I'm not sure if I captured this Vaporeon or not. Oh, I am trying to capture it. Okay. Now, usually when you catch an Eevee or Evolution in this game, you want it to be a partner Eevee, because then it gets the partner Eevee moves, which are fucking disgusting. If you don't know what they are, look them up, for the love of God. They're gross. They're fucking gross. Woo! They call me the one ball wonder. Ooh, look at them stats. Yeah, get the mighty end of the fuck up out of here. Ain't that good? Get them out of here. Yeah, and let me tell you something, man. Vaporeon really held it down this run. Matter of fact, alright, look, so Vaporeon's role on my team was basically to just be the defensive anchor. Because I began to learn PokeRouge has its like it kind of has like its set rules, you know, like its foundations, like for how your team should be structured, right? And some things are better than others, but what I've learned is having a defensive anchor for your team or two is an absolute necessity, or else you're gonna find yourself having a team that can't switch into anything, or a team full of glass cannons, and then the whole game just devolves into one shot or be one shot, which is always going to be in the opponent's favor, because the moment you don't one shot, you're down a Pokemon forever, you know what I mean? But it's kind of like in in basketball, like the point guard handles the ball, the shooting guard shoots, the center grab all my motherfucking boards, power forward, strongest guy on the team. It's like in PokeRouge, you need to have those mons that fulfill a particular role. I really don't think it's too different from, say, like competitive team building, just like in general. Like if you ever play Pokemon Showdown or some shit like that, like you usually want a ground type, because ground types actually double as the defensive anchor a lot of the time, because you need something that can ignore electric type moves, because electric hits everything. Close your eyes, think of an electric resist. All right, grass, what else? Nothing. Exactly. So you usually need something to resist electric. So you need ground type. You need something that is earthquake proof. That can be a grass type or it can be a flying type, but you need a Pokemon that is not susceptible to earthquake, because earthquake is one of the most common, the most spammed moves of all time. Is based 100 100. It's a very clear threat. By the way, I love that Togetic is a fairy type, man. That was a really nice buff to give it, just because fairy is one of those types where simply by being a fairy type, it is a flat buff, like no exceptions. You seldom find a Pokemon that does not want to be a fairy type. It's just one of them types that's just too good. And then also another role on the team, you generally want to have that hyper offense, like setup sweeper. In PokeRouge, a game where you have 10 battles in a row, you want that one Pokemon that can just, take out 10 Pokemon in a row. So on this team, that would be either Ivysaur or Monferno. Because Monferno got the Beast Boost, Ivysaur can click Growth or sleep everything, or just flat out one-shot something, because Malignant Chain is ridiculous. But I've been learning recently that Pokemon with like fucking Moxie are ridiculous in this game because you are able to very easily snowball an entire floor. So if you play this game, I think that's something that you should look into a little bit more. We got a long way to go in this commentary, man. I've been going for 20 minutes strong, and I think I'm gonna take another swig. Hold on. But as I was saying earlier, before I like mini cut myself off, my team got some motherfucking players, right? And you will see there came, every dog has his day, right? There came a time this gameplay where every single mon on my team got a chance to shine. And I don't think that I've ever had a run where something like that happened. Every single Pokemon on my team had either like a floor or a really important battle or just like a series of battles, something that they just soloed. Everybody on this team hold their weight. Everyone. As you can see, it's just really brainless, right? Like we're just clicking Sacred Sword, we're just leveling up. Secret Sword, Sacred Sword. I learned very recently those are two different moves. Woo! Look at that demon. Look at that diamond. That's a diamond. Horn drill, that's an NO. Now here I'm thinking that I was thinking that maybe Weather Ball might be useful on Venusaur because competitively Venusaur runs Weather Ball all the time, but the problem is I have no way to consistently set said weather up. So, you know. Look at the bloop 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 bloop. Peace boost. But Excadrill by itself, man, it's just a fucking demon in this game. Excadrill is a demon in this game. It's some of the most no skill shit ever. Now, I don't know if y'all peep, but Vaporeon has a partner move called Bouncing Bubble. And that move is disgusting. Alright. That move, it's a 60 base power water type move that recovers 100% of the damage that you deal. Yes, that will come into play later. Say it won't, nigga. Man, Luxray is one of those Pokemon I always wished was good. We all played Gen 4. We all had one on our team. We all wished it was better. Come on, let's be honest. We all caught that Shinx on Route 1 and thought it would grow into a demon, and it kind of did. It grew into something that looked cool, but something that can never hold its own weight. Maybe back then, right? Because Pokemon, of course there were good Pokemon back in Gen 4, right? But nothing like how it is now, where like, yeah, Luxray just doesn't hold a candle anymore. And honestly, its biggest thing has always been its speed. Like as soon as that thing doesn't have a speed problem anymore, it's like a usable Pokemon. I'm not gonna say it's amazing because being a physical electric type is a very unfortunate fate to have. Tail Stinger, naughty, naughty. Yeah, being a physical electric type is already like not the best, thing in the world. But then you tie on top of that, it has like a, what is it, like base 60 speed? And then its attack is honestly not that impressive either. It's just not a good mod. I wish it was though. I wish it was. Now when I'm picking rewards in this game, I usually like to cryo vitamins because vitamins are a permanent buff. Like in the moment, your Pokemon may be like, low HP or something, you want to heal it up. But honestly, if you're able to make it to the next floor just fine, you're not gonna worry about it that much anyway. Alright, so here I'm just analyzing if I want to risk getting rid of my Beast Boost. Basically, the way that Beast Boost works is that it just boosts your highest stat. And I was seeing with the scenario that I had just did, he gives your Pokemon 2 random vitamins, and one of the vitamins that he gave me made Infernape's attack higher than its special attack. So my Beast Boost is actually not buffing my special attack anymore, so I'm gonna have to actually completely change my moveset around, which honestly is fine because my whole team is full of special attackers. Damn, I haven't eaten today. It's 1:30 p.m. What am I gonna eat? Yo, man, I've been making some crazy ass burritos lately, man. I've been learning how to wrap burritos. I'm not good at it, but when you go to like fucking Chipotle, I was about to say Qdoba, but I better not catch none of y'all fucking whack ass Qdoba, alright? I better not catch none of y'all niggas at Qdoba. Yo, did I just catch a meta? No, I'm not even looking at the screen. Let me tell y'all something, man. Metagross is probably the best wild Pokemon you could possibly catch in this game. Metagross is probably the best wild Pokemon you could possibly catch in this game. As you see, my team is looking very powerful. There's nobody on this team that I'm disappointed to have around. Yeah, he just got 1v1. That's pretty embarrassing. I better not catch none of y'all fucking whack ass Qdoba, man. But say you go to Chipotle, right? I usually get the same thing 100% of the time I go to Chipotle, but say you get your burrito, do you want queso with that? You fill out your whole burrito or whatever, and you just see that there's much more content of a burrito than there is tortilla to put burrito in. You get what I'm saying? So but by some grace of fucking God, the employee at that store manages to put all of the contents of that burrito, even though you got way too much shit on there. You like, damn, how they even gonna wrap that up? And they do it. You like, damn, that's what I want to get to one day. I want to be like that when I grow up. I want to be like that when I grow up. Damn, bro, my phone blowing up right now. As soon as I start getting the commentary, everybody want to fuck with me. What's today? 14th. Okay. Everybody wanna hit a nigga line when I'm busy. I'm not too busy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm barely looking at the screen right now. I'm dead ass just like looking at the wall, closing my eyes. I'm just talking to y'all, man. I'm real comfortable with this commentating shit now. Reviver Seed. Now, usually it's meta to put Reviver Seed just on the hardest Pokemon on your team to kill. Like, Reviver Seed would be low-key useless on something like Infernape. It wouldn't be useless, but I think it would be irresponsible to put the Pokemon on my team that is most likely to be one-shot and give that the Reviver Seed, you know what I mean? Now, even though Muddy Water is a stronger move, I actually decided to keep Scald on Vaporeon because Vaporeon is just a defensive anchor. It's not supposed to fart out the most damage. It's supposed to sit in front of you and not move. So I like the burn chance on Scald a lot more than I like the damage on Muddy Water. And this fucking stone right here damn near completes my team. Not quite. I still have to evolve Matang and the Metagross, but we are looking good. Here, honestly, I think I'd rather get rid of Yawn, I'm being honest. Yeah. It's just, you know, Yawn is... it takes a minute to come into effect, but Charm, you get immediate effect. Yeah. And this evolution completes my team, man. I got some motherfucking demons on my team, alright? Alright? I got some diamonds. And you know, something that I learned, bro, Vaporeon low-key has like disproportionately high special attack. I did not know that thing's special attack was nearly as high as it is. It's kind of crazy. But as you can see, right, this is Vaporeon's time to shine, right? Vaporeon just casually soloing the gym leader. Like, this is insane. It's like, what did I even do? Yeah, that's where I checked right there. I'm like, yo, 110 special attack. I was thinking, that's pretty decent Pokemon, but I'm really doing damage. I'm really doing damage right now. Well, look at the team, man. That ain't my weakness. Yeah, so you want a sweeper? You want a defensive anchor? You want something that is earthquake proof, and you want something to resist electric type. Nah, you just want a ground type, flat out. Ground type is the anchor of your team. Usually the defensive anchor and the ground type are one and the same, but you can split it so that there's not too much weight on your ground type, you know what I mean? But that's the team. And then if you want to get a little bit more nuance with it, because I left a lot of, I still left a lot of potential for my team. For example, I have both a Gigantamax Pokemon on my team in Venusaur, and in PokeRouge, Gigantamax and Megas work as regular evolutions, so they're that thing permanently. Or you could turn it off actually if you want to, but permanently. So yeah, I have 2 Megas on my team, and I have a Gigantamax on my team. Earthquake, this is what we've all been waiting for. Yeah, so I would never fully like bank your entire game plan around hoping that you get a Mega Stone for a Pokemon. But if you do manage to get a Mega Stone, you know, you pretty much obviously never regret your choice. Pretty much every Mega Pokemon, maybe except for like 2. I'm gonna say 3, maybe except for 3. Now I'm thinking right now, or pretty much just legendary Pokemon as far as their base stat total is concerned. But yeah, I would never fully rely on having a Mega or something, but it's really good to you know, have that spot on your team still. So assuming that I get lucky, even though Venusaur and Metagross can already hold their own weight, I still leave the chance open in the air for myself. All right, I'm back recording this for the first time in a long time. Jeez Louise, yo, I did this run a while ago. I'm kind of just recording this on and off, you know, sitting and doing a full 2-hour commentary. So. Well, full 2-hour post-com is not my thing. Man, when did I even? Boy, I was probably talking in that first 30 minutes like a month ago. Jesus. But anyway, we got back to it. Oh my goodness, the team looking devilish. No wonder I won with this team. Shoo! Oh my goodness, the team looking good. The team looking in peak form, peak condition. The team looking wonderful. Look at these freaking monsters that I have. Yeah, close combat to the chest. Go ahead, hold that 4 times. Hope everybody having a great day. It's only 12 o'clock and I've only been up for like 2 hours. I've been on such a bad streak, bro. Oh my goodness, oh my man. I have been on a horrendous streak. I have woken up at 10 o'clock consistently for like the last like month straight. I cannot wake up before 10 o'clock to save my life, and it's becoming an issue. I'm not gonna lie. It's definitely something that I want to get a lot better at, but it just hasn't been happening. Not at all, not in the slightest. But the team looking good, man. Yo, this Vaporeon was so broken. I really did not peep that Vaporeon has such a high special attack stat. I just never thought of it. Because all the evolutions have the same base stat spread. Like, you know, they each have a stat that's like 130, 110, 110. But I didn't know that one of those 110s for Vaporeon was in that special attack. It's quite stupendous. It's quite wonderful. It's quite awesome. But you know, as far as YouTube is concerned, I've been having a good time lately. I really have. Well, not that I was ever not having a good time. I can understand how that could have sounded a little. Awkwardness aside, YouTube's been really fun. I definitely feel like I've been improving a whole lot. Maybe this video may or may not be the exception. This was made over the course of like a month. I don't even remember what the fuck I was talking about last time I was on here. I just need to get through this 2 hours. That's how much longer we got to go? Damn, boy. But hey, it is what it is. But I definitely feel like I've really been figuring this out. I've also been playing a lot of 2K recently, so I need to find a way to record off of my PlayStation, because I don't have like a capture card or nothing. The homie's saying that I can just like screen record and they'll get like everybody's voices and stuff. I hope, because if they don't get everybody's voices, that's kind of, you know, defeats the point. Man, we were getting mixed last night, bro. We did not win anything last night, bro. We went like 2 for 5 in the wreck, and this is stupid. I don't know. I swear we good. I swear. Yeah, let's talk about Excadrill. What a broken Pokemon. Things cracked. So this bug catcher guy is actually pretty good, because if you beat him in a fight, he'll teach your Pokemon a bug type move that's pretty good. Well, it can or cannot be pretty good. Sometimes he give you stuff like String Shot, which I guess can be decent sometimes, but other times he'll let your Pokemon get like first impression or something like that, and you could put it on any Pokemon, so it's pretty cracked. I believe it was my first winning run ever when I had that Swampert with a 0 attack IV. I think I may or may not have given it first impression. I don't know if that was that run or a different run. It was a pretty decent move to have, as you can imagine. Yeah, this time look at the draw, I didn't really get nothing that crazy. I guess it'd be good for Metagross, you know, that dark coverage. Those pesky dark types. Yo, the semis are probably the worst Pokemon to ever exist. I remember playing Gen 5 and they were supposed to act as like a freebie to the gym. You know, because the first gym in Gen 5 is whatever your starter is weak to. You know, water, fire, grass, whatever. And they give you a semi to help counteract that. So you're thinking it's going to be good. Then it's not. And then it's a stone evolution. And it's like, you rather use the stone on anything else. You rather use the stone on yourself than this monkey right here. I'd rather chop the stone up and use it as croutons in my salad than waste it on a monkey. Whoa, that sounded a little racist. Oh god. I ain't mean it like that, I swear. Hold on, but what if I did? Then what? Yeah, Excadrill is just, I mean, it's just mindless gameplay. Like, what more can I say? See enemy, click earthquake. See enemy, click earthquake. With the, you know, setup in mind, of course. Now that I think about it, I'm actually not sure how lined up this video is going to be. With me recording in different sections, because I'm most definitely not gonna go too crazy on the editing with this one. So I could probably be talking about something that happened like 8 seconds ago. Hey, that's something y'all gonna have to deal with. The content is here. The content has arrived. It's kind of weird now. I've still been playing this game so much. Even though I don't really post it, I still play this game on basically a daily basis. And it's kind of hitting a point for me where I don't want to say I'm getting tired of it, but as far as, you know, as far as roguelikes are concerned, you know, most of the joy in the replayability factor is, you know, not knowing what you're gonna get, you know, being surprised with what you get. But it's like in this game, nothing really surprises me anymore. There are a few new scenarios that got added which are dope, and they're also hard as shit. I've pretty much lost my run every single time I've accepted one of the new scenarios, but it's like when it comes to each scenario, nothing really surprises me anymore. Like, I kind of know what to do. I kind of know, like, you know, what you get from each and every one. But, you know, I guess that kind of just comes with playing a game, you know. And I'm also hitting that point where, as far as eggs are concerned, my completion is definitely getting there. Like, there are a lot of, say, legendaries and mythicals that I don't have yet. But as far as egg moves are concerned, I have so many. Like, I have a lot of Pokemon that are like maxed out. And my shiny roster is getting up there too. Except I got a lot of T1 shinies, which is, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan at all. I want to get them T3s, T2s. So, you know, Serene Grace is one of the silliest abilities in the game. Whose idea was it? It's like, I don't know. Somebody was really in Game Freak, like, hold on, let me cook 60% of the time. I'm listening. Yeah, 60% of the time. You don't get a turn. Wait, what? I thought you was cooking. Wrong. Incorrect. Non-factual. You don't get a turn. Straight up. Straight up. You thought you were cooking? You're not. And then, you know, very skillful gameplay continues. We're just gonna earthquake our way through the floor, because, I mean, what else would we do? Earthquake, alright? You know, something I've noticed in PokeRouge, as far as me playing, has been, when you're going through a floor, the things that'll screw you over the most are the things that are kind of inevitable to play around. I find primarily three things. Passives, well, not passive, abilities that proc on contact, so like static, flame body, you know, something like that, enters out. Abilities that proc on contact, intimidate, and sturdy are three things that you could have the best run of your life. You got the absolute best, most peak team of your life. Those are three things that are so hard to avoid in this game. And now that I pointed it out, y'all probably gonna notice it a lot more, just how many of those three things are actually in the game. How many intimidate mons there are. It can really screw you over, like, in the long run. It's like when you're on the floor and you've gotten hit with your third intimidate, you're like, huh, I'm not one-shotting the stuff I'm supposed to be one-shotting now. You know, I gotta waste money on buying more potions because I'm getting hit because I'm not one-shotting stuff. It all snowballs like that. Especially early game, because, Jesus. I think it's till, like, past floor 20, you're not even allowed to buy full heals. So if you encounter, like, a Pikachu or something, or, you know, like, you get static, it is a bad time. But I've just been, like, noticing that when I've been playing through my runs, like, I'd be on a floor and I'll just be going through my run and I'm just like, wow, I feel like I can't be playing this any better. Like, what's going on? And it's because I keep running into those things that I can't really prevent. Granted, you don't want the game to be too easy, right? But, you know, when you run into like 630 mons in a row, especially late game, like you're in a cave or something, it's honestly why I just try to avoid the cave outright. Like, when you're in late game and you're in a cave and it's a bunch of rock types with sturdy, and then they use explosion. It is so annoying. Or if you're in the construction site like I am right now, late game, I'm talking like level 100 plus late game, all right, and you encountering all of these magna zones with sturdy, and then they click zap cannon. Oh my god, that shit is annoying. That shit is annoying. Watch got me a real good stretch in. I need to learn some back exercises. My back be killing me on like a daily basis. It's a little concerning, not gonna lie. But, well, I know why. It's because I'm always sitting at my desk making videos and shit. I also work from my desk too. I work from home. Yeah, all that constant sitting. It's like when I go to the gym, I often do the dead hang, where you just kind of dangle for as long as you can, and it's really good at decompressing your back. But I need to actually like work on my back. Like I want to actually improve it. You know what I mean? So yeah, we're just going through these floors. We got the crazy level advantage. We're just, I mean, what more can I say? It's just destruction. I haven't really been missing my air slashes, so that's good. You know, there's a lot of moves that have a mischance for absolutely no reason at all. And when I was playing through Radical Red, because I actually beat Radical Red a few years ago, and I realized the game has gotten a lot of updates since then. So about a month or so ago, I completely replayed through the game. Beat that shit in like 2 days, by the way. It's not as hard as y'all niggas be glazing, but in Radical Red, a lot of moves that have a mischance for no reason no longer have a mischance. Like I talked about this before. Slam is 80 BP normal type, 75% accuracy. Why? It's the move sucks, but when it's 80-100, it's a pretty decent move. You know, you got a stab, 80 base power normal type move. It's a pretty decent move in that game. Same thing with Ice Fang. Ice Fang has 95% accuracy. Why? Just put that to 100. Yeah, PokeRouge pretty good for stuff like that. As hard as the game can be, they definitely take out a lot of the bullshit with it. Most definitely. I'm trying to think, like in this run, what areas would I want to avoid? Generally, I say you want, unless you're running like fucking mono grass, I would highly recommend just avoiding the lakes and the oceans. Anything that got to do with water late game, because it's like perma raining in those zones. Those are like the hardest zones in the game that I can think of off the top of my head, right? Because so many Pokemon have Swift Swim, so many everything. On the contrary, if you were like in the volcano or something, the sun can be annoying. Like if you have a water type, it can be, but unlike in the water zones, a lot of fire types do not have chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is usually a grass type thing, but when you're in a zone with a lot of water and you're running into a lot of Pokemon with Swift Swim, like late game, you run into a fucking what's the evolution of Buizel? Floatzel with Swift Swim and Wave Crash. You're catching, your Pokemon is losing at least half health every single floor if you're unlucky enough to run into that more than once. Or Basculegion with Wave Crash. Yeah, man, just stay away from the water zones. Alright, we're coming up to these important. So floors 110 through 120 are very important, because there's a boss fight on 112, 114, 115, and 120. So throughout your entire run, you're gonna be stocking up your money, and this is gonna be the floor where you know burn all of it. Like, do not hesitate, because if you go into one of these boss fights without being full HP, yeah, you're cooked. Back to the starting screen. Go ahead, pick your starters again, buddy. So I would say be very liberal with your healing on this floor, please. You know, Stowe, man, I eat the big tips, you know what I mean? Pause. They do call me Big Dick Donnie, but that's different. It's like, man, I love this team. I got a little something for everything. I love that I have a lot of fairy resist, because we all know that's one of the best types in the game. I gotta deal with that BS. I also got a nice little dark resist and Toga Kiss, and I also like that I got charm on it, so I can, you know, stall out something with my dark resist until it's weak enough for me to switch something else in, and maybe even set up. I've definitely learned the value of defensive Pokemon in this game. You do not want to walk in here with a bunch of glass cannons that you can't, you know, switch in and out to. Having a defensive anchor on your team or two is so vital. You know, it's coming back to me a little bit. In the previous part that I recorded about a month ago, I think I was saying something similar, I believe. But that defensive anchor, it does so much for your team, trust me. My game sound in PokeRouge is pretty quiet, because I mean I play most video games with no sound at all whatsoever, and I am very serious when I say that. Like, a lot of games that I play, unless it's a game where sound is borderline required, kind of like Killing Floor 2 is obviously the example that I go to, because you need to know when the big scary shit spawns. Unless it's a game where sound is basically required, I pretty much play all of my games on mute. I only turn on the game sound at all so I can get it for the recording, but I usually have it extremely low. Then I turn it up in post-com, but in PokeRouge right now, I recorded this a long time ago. Yeah, I have no idea if I have the game sound up on here or not. So what I may do is like throw some music over it or something. And by the way, would y'all mind giving suggestions as far as like YouTube videos are concerned? What you know, what music are you allowed and not allowed to play like in the background of your videos, you know? By the way, Peep and Fernate running through this goddamn team. I mean, he just soloed the boss. What more can I say? And that's what I was saying earlier in the first part, that this run had like a floor or a crazy boss fight where somebody on my team just soloed, and every single member of my team had that moment. Every single one found a way to solo the game. It was crazy. But yeah, I don't really know like what music I should or shouldn't play. One shot in that thing through the shield though was fucking crazy. Because I've kind of been, you know, I've been comparing myself to like, you know, YouTubers that, you know, made it a little farther than I have. And, you know, I've just been trying to figure out, you know, what works, what doesn't, what I shouldn't do. And I noticed that my videos can be a little barren because maybe I have my game sound a little too low. So whenever I'm not talking, it's like borderline silent. So I've been thinking of adding like some music to the back or, you know, something like that. But I don't really know what music to use. I don't want to use no boring ass, you know, non-copyright, you know, Nintendo shit. You know what I mean? I want to use something that, you know, is actually worth it. Something decent. It just said I was using 100% of my CPU. I hope that didn't mess the video up at all. But hey, we gonna see. Trying to multitask right now. I got a YouTube video rendering in the back. How long is this video? The ARC video. I think it's like 2 hours long. Something like that. Got this video rendering in the back, and I'm like, yo, it's 2 hours long. It's gonna take a minute to render. So let me get to recording this post-com, you know, while I'm here. Oh my goodness, I got so much shit running in the back. Oh, that's a DaVinci using up most of my computer. Rendering that video taking a lot of brain power. I love having ramping Pokemon. Yeah, that final Flare Blitz, by the way, probably killed that thing like 12 times over. But yeah, Pokemon that ramps like Moxie, probably the best build in the goddamn game. Beast Boost, best build in the goddamn game. You just, I mean, you get one KO and you just run through it. I had a pretty fucking good run recently, bro. I made it to floor 190, okay? This game goes to 200 floors. I made it to floor 190 and then I died. But I caught this Xurkitree that, you know, it was just a rare encounter, you know, just luck of the draw. I ended up catching the Xurkitree, bro, and that thing has 171 special attack for some reason. And Beast Boost, bro, it was literally, I would swap that thing in to like revenge kill something and it would just sweep. It was insane. It has a base 83 speed, and then you give it a where's it, 81 83. Anyway, it's not that fast. But then I'll give it a calcium for that plus 10% boost, and it was actually like a respectable speed tier. Yeah, that thing was a demon. Shout out to most of the Ultra Beasts, I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of funny, the only bad ones are the defensive ones. And trust me, they're bad. Jeez, imagine if Stack Attacker was like a pure steel type or like a steel fighting type, so it got the stab BP off of base 3 million defense. Oof. Don't get me all salivating and fantasizing about what could be. Yeah, what was Stephen A thinking when he said that, bro? If only this brother had a few more inches. Don't get me all salivating and fantasizing. All right, calm down. We get it. The nigga can hoop. That's funny. Pretty standard gameplay right now. These floors without like any major boss fights are really a non-factor. I mean, most of the game, right, is just preparing for those boss fights. You know, biding your time, stocking up your resources. So what's going on right now? So 131. I think the next like major fight is actually, I don't know. The biggest fight in the game is 145, all right? If you have a team that can make it past floor 145, you have a very great chance of winning the game. 145 is your rival battle where she got the big mama jamma on her team. Even though I recently learned on YouTube that if you have a Pokemon with triple axle, you can get through the big mama jamma. Saying that's to not spoil. I don't remember if I already spoiled it or not when I recorded a month ago. Who knows? But you can take out the big mama jamma with triple axle. It goes through all of its shields, which is the main thing that makes the fight so hard. If it didn't have them fucking shields, you just two-shot it. Going Ghost. Yeah, earthquake gameplay. Man, I really am proud of this team right here. Usually I kind of have a rule with myself that I don't like using Pokemon that I've already beaten the game with on my team again. But Eevee, I may or may not make an exception for Eevee because Vaporeon was really cracked in this run. And obviously, you know, if you can't use Eevee, you can't use a lot of different Pokemon. So. Cause there's so many times that I've caught like a Jolteon or something. I'm like, I want to use this, but yeah, if y'all thought the earthquaking was over, it's not. Yo, Grafaiai can also be a pretty annoying Pokemon to run into sometimes in the wild just because it's so fast. Now, what I just did may have looked like I was a dumbass. It may. I can understand the confusion. I get it. All right. So not everybody brain length. Wait, fuck. Not everybody brain waves is on the same level as my peep. I remembered I remember what my arrival starter was, so I wanted to start the fight off with my Togekiss. So, you know, I needed to end that fight with my Togekiss, but that's just not what happened. He got blown away. It's not his fault. Now, I do have to navigate this fight really carefully because the factor to defeat the Big Mama Jam. This is the Big Mama Jam, alright, Shiny Rayquaza. Now I would usually recommend just simply having a steel type on your team to deal with this thing. Cause Rayquaza gets a lot of coverage, but seldom does the rival really have anything that can get through your steel type. If you're really unlucky, because the Rayquaza can have different sets. If you get the special set, yeah, I'm sorry, bro. If you get the special set, I apologize. Because Rayquaza, little known fact, actually has the exact same physical and special attack. You just don't really see special attack in Rayquaza as much, just because people like to use Dragon Ascent, understandably. Just one of the coolest moves in the game. But yeah, really, this fight is just a lot of navigating, a lot of switching around, just putting yourself in the position to beat Rayquaza. I mean, she also has a pretty damn decent team outside of that Rayquaza, but that thing's a factor, and that thing's an issue. Trust. My water, let me take a swig. I do tend to exaggerate that just a little bit. Look at big man Venusaur, undefeatable. By the way, drum beating before this run, I swear I've never seen that move before. I get why it's not used, it's a pretty low BP move. I used to play a lot of Pokemon Showdown, but now I don't. Cause, I don't know. Stall is just too prevalent. It's really boring to go against when you just load into like 4 stall in a row. It really sucks. Now here, a little bit of Jeopardy. Oh, what y'all think I'm gonna pick? What y'all think I'm gonna pick? Did y'all really think I'd pick anything else? This Pokemon's fucking crack. Alright, this thing got like a fucking 900 base stat totals. This Pokemon is not okay. Alright. As far as what Mega Pokemon were supposed to be, what they were supposed to represent. Yeah, look at them goddamn stats. Jesus Christ. 700 base stat total, no discernible weaknesses. But as far as what Mega Pokemon were supposed to be, a lot of Megas got Megas that they didn't deserve. A lot of Pokemon got Megas that they did not need at all. Metagross being one of them. One of the best Pokemon of all fucking time. Got a Mega. For what reason? This thing's fucking cracked. Matter of fact, now that I think about it, what is Metagross ranked right now? Smogon. Metagross. Metagross is UU. Damn. I know Mega Metagross, not UU. Huh. My homie Ahmad texted me. We were playing 2K last night. He was lagging up a storm, so we put him on Eero. We put him on. He didn't know what an Eero was. And for anybody that doesn't know what an Eero is, EERO, it is essentially a wireless router. So it comes with 2, okay? It's basically just a white box, all right? And you plant one next to your router, and then you hardwire it to your router, and then you wirelessly connect it to the other one, and then hardwire that to, you know, PlayStation, computer, whatever you want to do. It's actually how I got my computer wired in right now. They are fucking cracked, and they're really good for, you know, helping with lag, especially if you're playing a console. And when we were losing in 2K so much last night, the homie was lagging a lot, so we had to put him on, and he actually buying one right this very second. So can y'all guess how I'm gonna go through this floor? Any wild guesses? Excadrill. This Pokemon is so brainless. I think for a lot of players in this game, Excadrill may have been the Pokemon that were on their team the first time they beat this game. I mean, it's just so free. And you know, I've always thought it was funny how powerful Excadrill is when canonically it's like 3 feet tall. Did y'all know that? I know the Pokédex is filled with a lot of bullshit. Like a lot of bullshit. I get it. But this thing being 3 feet tall, I find comical. Matter of fact, hold on. Aren't like the Nidos like that same height, like Nidoking? Let me see, bro. Nidoking is 4 feet tall. Yeah, bro, 4'7". Like, nah, come on, don't cap it to me, yo. They did kind of fix that in the Pokemon manga though, because in the manga they made that thing massive. Like, it is a towering, gigantic figure. I understand for you know, game play, you know, balancing, just because of how certain mechanics in Pokemon work. You know, certain Pokemon at certain heights and weights, like Onix, for example. I think I weigh more than Onix, nigga. Hold on. Oh, I was very, 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 very wrong. Okay, Onix weighs 463 pounds, which is a lot, right? But not for a giant 10-foot rock snake. You know what I mean? Imagine how heavy one rock is. Now you have a giant sentient snake just composed of these giant rocks. Now I understand, you know, this thing is already dying at least 72 times over to a grass knot, okay? So, you know, we don't want to bump that number up to 93 by making it weigh as much as it really should. I get that. What's another Pokemon that don't weigh as much as it should? Kyogre. I believe Kyogre is a flat 500 pounds. I was wrong as fuck. I'm getting these very, very wrong, but hold on, what? Forget what I said. Completely ignore what the fuck I just said. Anyway, there's a lot of Pokemon that's heavily misshaped. Like, hold on, isn't Lucario a short king? Hold on. Lucario is 3'11", my brethren. And Mega Lucario is 4'3". That's what y'all getting boxed up by? That's what y'all furs is getting mixed by? Y'all catching these furry paws from a short king? Yikers. You nah. Oh snap, hold on, this is an important battle going on right now. Who we going against? Now, like I said before, I never played any games past Gen, oh my god, look at these pivots. Oh, look at these pivots. Well, I've never played any games past Gen 5. So this evil team that I'm going against right now, because each run you get a random evil team. I have no idea who this is or what they represent. But yo, look at these pivots. That's why this team is so awesome. I got a little something for everything. I got a little something for everybody. I always got to switch in on deck. I think here I should go. Damn, I took a lot of damage. I was about to say here, I think I probably should have went Togekiss, but it is what it is. Combat Torque at. Alright, now I think this is just a free Infernape switch in. I kind of just, you know, sweet. Oh my god, that thing took fucking 0 damage. Am I tweaking? How much defense is walking away at? 91? That thing ate that very well. But you know, I think I kind of, when I see something like 90 defense, I think I kind of underwrite it a little too much. Because one of the most redonkulous defensive Pokemon of all time is Clefable. And Clefable has 73 defense and 90 special defense. Yeah, you wouldn't look at those stats and think that's one of the most ridiculous defensive Pokemon of all time, but it really is. So. Wasting my Reviver Seed. I was not expecting that to not kill. Yeah, Venusaur is so cracked. I mean, like if you're hitting your sleep powders, I mean that's pretty much nothing you can't 1v1. Because even if you go against like a steel type or something, it may take a second to kill. I know, because I got the earth power coverage. I didn't even peep that. Did I start with that? I don't recall. But yeah, because you have Sappy Seed, I mean you're pretty much beating anything in the game. The only thing I can even imagine you would have trouble with is like a Ferrothorn. I mean, just look at this, bro. No sleep claws. No sleep claws. But you know, as far as my starter selection is concerned in this game, I think I'm going to start being a lot more liberal with my picks, because I've always had a rule for myself that I don't use anything Ubers. And that doesn't even necessarily include only legendary Pokemon, because there's a lot of just really good Pokemon that's Ubers. Like Volcarona is Ubers, for example. And that's Pokemon I definitely want to use. You know, Fluttermane, even though I don't have Fluttermane as a starter, I don't think I've unlocked it. I haven't gotten lucky enough with the eggs, but there's so many good Pokemon that like I purposely don't use, because I try to relegate myself to just sticking to like OU and under. But the more I think about it, a lot of the fights in this game are ridiculous. I got off pretty easy as far as the evil team that I'm up against, and yo, peep the max mushroom. Da-na-na-na! Da-na-na! Like Venusaur couldn't get any better. Now the only bad thing about being Gigantamaxed is that it you don't have a passive anymore. But yeah, I got really lucky with this evil team, but sometimes they can have extremely cracked lineups. Like, bro, if you go against Giovanni, bro, on 175, I think he or what floor is it? Is it 180? No, because that's the Elite Four, ain't it? Fuck, I don't know. But when you go against like the team leader for the final time, bro, God forbid, please don't get Giovanni, bro. Please don't get the leader of Team Magma. Bro, that nigga has a Mewtwo with Moonblast coverage, so you're not whipping out the dark type. You're not. And yeah, you're gonna get mixed. You're gonna get mixed. I remember I had a godly run going on. I had an amazing run going, and then I ran into Giovanni on like the final fight floor, whatever floor you fight the final team leader on, and I got mixed. I was so upset because his Mewtwo literally swept my team. As soon as I saw that thing had Moonblast, I'm like, fuck, I lost. Shit, maybe if I had like a steel type on my team or something. But even then, that thing's getting like 2-3 shotted. By the way, this video is still rendering in the back. Got 12 minutes on it. How much time does my gameplay have left? 23 minutes. Oh, I've been getting through this post-con. I must admit, I am a little parched, though. A little parched. Might need to take a swig. But yeah, Venusaur with his egg moves are just so good. I mean, having Sleep and Sappy Seed, just the concept of Sappy Seed is just so broken. 90 BP gives you Leech Seed. That shit is crazy. That's one thing that's so fun about PokeRouge is that there are so many things that are broken in concept that Nintendo is too pussy to utilize that is crazy good in PokeRouge. Like, I know Superior is crazy in this game because of the amount of coverage that it gets. Cause I used to use Superior a lot on Pokemon Showdown because it's one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. If not my very favorite Pokemon of all time. And, you got the Leaf Storm spam, but outside of Leaf Storm, you really can't do that much. You'll find yourself getting walled very easily by a lot of shit. But in this game, you have so much coverage with, the egg move. It's ridiculous. It is absolutely bonkers. Bonkers. So y'all probably could have guessed this, but we're gonna earthquake our way through this floor. Me not beating my first run with Excadrill, I definitely think I was in the minority. Now I was debating on that Terra Dark right there. I think I was gonna slap it on oh, look at that clean ass one shot, by the way. I think I was thinking about putting it on Metagross. Just for the defensive. I mean, the vast majority of the time I play this game, there's really only going to be like 1 or 2 Pokemon on my team that I Terra offensively on. And then the rest of my team, I tend to give them defensive Terras. I see what I'm doing here. That kind of works as my as my mini Moonblast. Hold on, I was cooking in this run. I mean, I won, so clearly I was doing something right. Cause yeah, I don't think Togekiss actually learns Moonblast through level up, which is why I did that. Hey yo, fucking why does Zacian not learn Play Rough through level up? What's going on? Whenever I use Zacian, I just flat out do not have any fairy coverage outside of Moonblast. It's very dumb. Yo, this thing is like deceptively tanky. This is not okay. It's not okay at all. I ate that shit up. He's alright. So I'm no magician. I'm no I can't quite see the future, but I feel as if there's gonna be a very clean Vaporeon sweep. I'm telling you, each person on this each mon on this team held their weight. They all had something beautiful about them. Oof, oof. Look at that. He's eye. Yeah, that speed raise is Coke butter cheese. How do I have so many berries, by the way? I don't think I had to pick up mine on this team. Maybe I just got lucky, who knows? That thing had a lot of berries. It really clutched that out for me. It saved the 6-0. There was never a chance of me losing. Okay. If I am not mistaken, yes, alright, so this is the floor with the Elite Four. So yeah, every other fight on this floor is going to be Elite Four. And then, yo, I actually just lost a run literally yesterday, bro, on this floor where I made it to 190, and I didn't know that you fought another champion.
Cause I'm stupid. That's why, bro. Cause in the mainline games, even after you beat Lance, you still fight your rival, right? It's the same way in this game. After you beat Lance, you go on to fight, somebody else as champion. I didn't know that. So after I beat Lance, I did not fully heal my team. And I ended up losing because of that, bro. And I lost by like 1 or 2 mines. So if I would have fully healed my team, I might have had another winning run yesterday, which really fucking bothers me. Because to find like a legitimate winning run, them shits are far in between. Especially without using Ubers. Now, technically Metagross is Ubers. But, the base mine isn't, so. But yeah, I try not to load up with legendaries too much, but I think that's gonna change in all honesty. Cause even shit like Regieleki isn't Ubers anymore. It's it's not OU anymore, it's Ubers. A lot of shit got banned in Gen 9. It's kind of, I have a weird feeling about it because it's like sort of justifiably ish, but so much stuff got banned that I think if the stuff didn't get banned, then that would kind of be the base power level for OU. It's like if you ban 30 things, it's like that's almost enough Pokemon for 1 tier. So even though some of them are like slightly too strong, I think they still would have been able to balance each other out if you kept them all. But it's like now you have to ban this thing because this thing is banned, because this thing is banned, because this thing is banned. So yeah, I'm gonna be seeing runs. I'm locking in Mega Rayquaza a lot more often now. Well, I don't do that as a personal challenge for myself, but honestly, like being for really real, it does get a little boring. Just happy clicking with a single Pokemon. I know I've been clicking Earthquake a lot with Excadrill this game, but that's different. That's different, I swear. Yeah, playing like Endless or something, and you just got Zacian on your team. I mean, there's nothing to think about. It really just plays game for you at that point. It's not that fun. I like this game because I get to test my knowledge. It's also why I used to like to hardcore Nuzlocke a lot, because when you do the math, you do the calcs and everything correctly, and you get the right team together. Man, that shit is so much fun. Oh, that's sturdy. Yeah, I definitely gotta switch these up. Yeah, why did he switch? Whew, that did holo damage. Yeah, this Pokemon's a fucking monster. Now, if I had like Zen Headbutt or something, that most definitely would have one-shotted. But Zen Headbutt can miss. Psychic can't, so I can get Zen Headbutt anytime I want if I just buy a Memory Mushroom. But honestly, I don't think I will. It's just like, Mega Metagross already has respectable special attacks, so I mean that's just a risk I'm willing to take. Slightly less damage, but I can't miss. It's like, no brainer for me personally. That's why we run Surf over Hydro Pump, ain't it? Okay, now a lesson that I did learn from that first Elite Four run, when that first Elite Four fight where Venusaur ran out of Sappy Seeds, is that I need to also be keeping an eye on my PP for these moves, so not just my health, but I also need to be buying elixirs. Grimsley, what game is this guy from? You wouldn't happen to go for another Sucker Punch, would you? Oh my god, that did holo damage. Oh, not the... Surely this EQ still kills, right? Man, that Intimidate does suck though, because I was sweeping. I was heavy sweeping. I guess I'm still sweeping. Jesus Christ. Yo, why is Pokemon so damn strong? Oh my goodness. Elite who? Elite, huh? Ate that shit up. I didn't eat that up at all. Damn, you telling me that Catal Cleave did 668 damage? Wow. I kind of went by a little fast. I didn't peep if that thing has Supreme Overlord or not, but is that not ridiculous? If I ever replenish some Earthquakes, you know I'll be clicking that shit a lot. Trust. Nah, speak of the devil. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Fuck on with him. Bye-bye. She's from Gen 5. I know this one. Very free Elite 4 battle, I'm not gonna lie. Elite Gen 5 was the home of this slow bulky psychic types. So she was a pretty easy fight, you know. Musharna, Reuniclus, Gothitelle. Nothing you really have to worry about when you're playing Gen 5. Now I am yet to play like what are the Drayano hacks called? I think it's like Volt White and Blaze Black, something like that. I'm yet to play those. And if I were to ever make it to the Elite Four, you know, doing a hardcore Nuzlocke, I wonder what kind of heat she'd have on her team. Iris. Damn, that did Hall of damage. Alright, I can already sense this isn't going to be an Excadrill sweep because she's definitely going to throw something out that's faster. G max leverage. Oh my god, that thing died. I'm faster. That thing's 5 levels up. Oh, it's because I got the 50% speed boost at the top. Or is it 30? I think it's 30%. Wow. Yo, Excadrill is so free. For free? Yeah. Haxorus does not have very impressive defense, but I think I did actually have to tear that to get through its shield. To go through a shield, you have to essentially just overkill it. Overkill it quite considerably. I'm not quite sure what the margin is. Boy, I ate that shit up. Wow, focus band. That's crazy. Well, I mean, Excadrill just flat out sweeping the champion. I mean, need I say more? Oh my god, 50k. She has some bands on her. Yeah, her run me all in. You know, when you the champion, man, you 50k probably nothing to you. Now, by the way, on these floors, on these final boss floors, I can't capture any of these Paradox mons. I do think it's kind of funny that these mons are so ridiculously broken that they're kind of used as mini bosses. That is kind of funny. Yeah, see, I can't capture them, but Mega Metagross is making short work of these guys, to say the least. Now, right now, we're just building our way up, alright? We're gonna have Eternatus as the final boss, but before that, we have one last thing standing in our way. I was about to say, I definitely should grab that speed boost. Oh, look at that. What I say about that dark type coverage? That was like an hour ago. What I say about that dark type coverage, man? So it's us again. You know, I keep going around and around in my head. There's something to all this. Why does everything seem so clear now? You have a dream, and I have this ambition in me. I just can't help but feel there's a greater purpose to all this, to what we're doing, you and I. I think I'm supposed to push you to your limits. I'm not sure if I've been doing a good job at that, but I've tried my best up till now. It's something about this strange, dreadful place. Everything seems so clear. This is all the world's known for a long time. It's like I can barely remember the memories we cherished together. Were they even real? They seem so far away now. You need to keep pushing, because if you don't, it will never end. I don't know what all this means, but I have a feeling if you can't defeat me here and now, you won't stand a chance. Y'all say she has been doing a pretty good job of pushing me to my limits this run. Yeah, this final fight with your rival, she does not come to fuck around. So we already know she got the big Don Dada. So we kind of just have to bide our time, all right? We have to switch around. We gotta not waste our opportunities. Gone. You think I ain't predict that switch? Fuck, nigga, what's wrong with him? And ladies and gentlemen, it's the fucking Don Dada. Mega Rayquaza level 200. Oh my god. Yo, I thought that would do a lot more damage than it did. Alright, so at this point, I'm sure I'm just in my head brainstorming like, yo, what's going on? Yo, are we speed tied? Oh, and then I get the flinch? Oh, no, we're not speed tied. V-Create drops your speed. I'm a big dummy dum-dum. Alright, so here at -2, I just have to hope it doesn't switch up. Alright, cool. But yeah, that thing is still an issue, alright. Even though luckily all of its shields are down, so next big move I hit it with is gonna be Raps. I spoke about this before, but my first winning run of all time in this game, I had a Regigigas, and I damn near one-shot that Rayquaza with a Terra Normal Crush Grip. With my Rayquaza, I broke through 3 of its shields. I broke through all of its shields and left it with like 1 HP with 1 hit from Regigigas. That was one of my proudest moments in this game. But that was long before I started doing YouTube. It's kind of funny because after Rayquaza goes down, after I beat this game for the very first time, I didn't play it for a long time now because I genuinely felt, it's kind of sad, but I genuinely felt as if I would never have a moment that beat that moment right there of me one-shotting a Mega Rayquaza with a Regigigas, a Pokemon that a lot of people do not hold in a very high regard. We are here. That was our final roadblock right there. Yep. We have the money to spare. There's no reason to hold any cash anymore. All right, it's time. Now, when it comes to this Eternatus boss fight, what you want to do is that you want to start something to whittle it down as soon as possible. So you want to get a status effect on it. You want to get Leech Seed. You want to get, you know, I guess if you're using a Salazzle, you know, you want to get like Toxic on it, you know, something. You need something to whittle it down very first turn because it is holding a black hole item. What the black hole does is that it takes 1 item away from your team every single turn. So the longer the fight goes on, the stronger Eternatus will get. So you need to start whittling it down as soon as possible. And beating G-Max Eternatus or Eternamax Eternatus with brute force alone, it's not really a strategy I would recommend. So what I do here is as soon as possible, you gotta get down to Sappy Seed. Oh wait, my man's got a lecture. I'm not reading this shit, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I could read it. So that's a pretty cool lecture that he does at the beginning, cause I'm not sure if that number that he says, like 5 million, is how many like players have actually beat the game or whatever, but I just always thought it was so cool. All right, Eternamax. The time has come. Holy shit, that didn't do anything. So after seeing that, I knew that Venusaur had to come out as soon as humanly possible, because yeah, that earthquake did nothing. That Terra ground stab, you know, super effective earthquake literally didn't take away one shield. So I knew getting the Sappy Seed down was highly important. I miss it. It is what it is. Thankfully, because Venusaur is you know, G-Max, it's hella tanky. So look, I'm whittling down with the status effect, and I'm whittling it down with Leech Seed, and I'm exclusively throwing super effective moves at it. So yeah, this was without a doubt the easiest Eternatus fight I've ever had. Well, I guess I've only had one other, but yeah, you know, I guess that's due to experience. I kind of knew what to expect this time, but yeah, I didn't struggle with that at all. Fucking 6-0 Eternatus just now. This team was cracked. If y'all ever want to beat the game, pick this team. All right, that is my second ever win in PokeRouge. Feels good, man. And I've had about 3 other runs that could have also been wins, but I made like a huge blunder. Maybe I was you know, tired just from playing too long. I wasn't thinking straight, or maybe I was just fatigued or autopiloting. But I did have a few other runs that could have been wins, but this was a win. This was a big dub. Congratulations. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the PokeRouge winning run. I still don't have an outro. I have no idea. I'm not good with outros. I like doing intros. I don't know about outros though. My name is Shay Casto, aka Shay KK, and I'd like to thank all y'all for watching. Here I do a bit of a recap, all the Pokemon that I've ever beaten the game with. Fucking Mega Scizor, Vaporeon, Mega Metagross, fucking Regigigas, the Prankster Codney. Those are the demons. I appreciate all y'all for watching, man. Have a good one.